Everybody, welcome to the weekly social, everything Katy, Fulshear, Richmond, Texas. Today we have a very special guest. We have Duran with Boys and Girls Country. We also have Priscilla Pfaff here today. Just a little backdrop. I've been doing fundraisers for Boys and Girls Country for, 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Toys for Tots, motorcycle rides. We do an annual fundraiser with our company between Thanksgiving and Christmas. We do the big drive.
Yes.
We're asking for donations,
Yes.
shower curtains, bed sheets, coffee pots,
All the
microwaves,
things you give us
all
a
the stuff.
list
Yeah,
for. Yes.
so we give that list.
So, Vince, tell us a little bit about Boys and Girls Country.
Yeah.
It's been around 50 years now?
53 years.
53 years.
Yeah, 50 years. Yeah. So, Boys and Girls Country, I usually tell people it's more than a children's home. I say it's a haven. It's a haven for children. They can't be home for various reasons. So, when I say that, people think, well, you're an orphanage. And orphanage is kind of an antiquated term now. It's, I just say kids in our program, they come from hard places and they cannot be home for various reasons, whether there's substance abuse, unsafe neighborhood, domestic violence, many reasons why our kids can't be at home. And Houston and the supporters of this philanthropic city have supported Boys and Girls Country so kids can grow up in a safe and secure environment.
And it does feel that way. When we go out there, I mean, it's just, it feels good. I mean, just wandering around, I mean, it has that great feeling, and you just know that those kids are supported and taken care of.
The grounds are really phenomenal. Nice, big, mature trees
Yes.
throughout. The cottages, it's hard to describe. I mean,
Yeah, it is, unless you see it. So when you got other things going on, people need to come out and see it, because that's when you really see what all is going on and how those kids are gonna be so much better in this world because of y'all.
Oh, yeah. Melissa Wilson was with us yesterday with Fox 26, and she's a great ambassador for what we do. And she said, these grounds, how do the kids enjoy being here? I said, our setup and our facilities are state of the art. That in itself is therapeutic.
Yeah.
Kids don't have to worry about the lights being turned off. They don't have to worry about food not being in the refrigerator. We're able to provide all those things for the children who call Boys and Girls Country their home.
beds. I mean, some people take that for granted. They truly do.
Yeah.
So
And that gives having all those things takes the anxiety away for the kids, and so that they don't grow up with all of that emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So how does a kid get there? How do they get to y'all?
Sure, yeah. We network with a lot of people that do similar work here in Houston. So places that reach out to us are school counselors, churches, other family agencies. We are a privately funded, and we're also a private placement. And so that means that CPS may visit a family and say, there really aren't grounds for us to remove a child right now. However, they'll give them a card. You may want to consider calling Boys and Girls Country, because if we come back, we are going to remove the children. And so what happens is that when kids are placed with us, they're not dealing with a lot of the bureaucratic legal things that you have to contend with CPS. So we're a prevention for some of these families, and kids may stay with us a year, 2 years, and some of them wind up graduating high school and then going into our college and career program. So we have a really good reputation in the Northwest community and folks throughout the city, whether it's foundations or other nonprofits that support the work that we're doing. We're just really blessed, because the need in Houston, as you guys probably know, is very, very great.
Yes.
Too many kids sleeping in hotel rooms, too many kids sleeping on the floor, whether it's an aunt's house or a family friend sleeping on couches. No kid should be in a situation like that.
Yes,
And for those of us that find us having today's discussion helps us get the awareness out there for children who may need a place to stay and grow up in a safe environment.
Wow.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Is there a waiting list or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we at different times we're going to see a real bump come up once kids go back to school. We kind of seen these trends, so
Okay.
folks are looking. A lot of folks that apply, we can't bring them into our program because maybe this is why this discussion is important. Sometimes folks reach us when those kids are already kind of over the edge and they need more legal intervention or more intense therapy. I always tell folks this: the kids we do the best with are budding issues. There's a difference between running around with a gang and being a full-blown gang member at the age of 14 or 15. Okay. Because if you bring kids in that have too rough of a background, they can be very disruptive for the home.
For the whole,
college.
yeah.
So we have a real skillful and technical process with therapists and clinicians that say this is a kid that we're able to work with. So in this year we've served 81 children have called Boys and Girls Country their home this year.
So far this year.
Yeah, that's quite the number.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
I wish we could have 81,000.
Yes. Yes.
But
but it's kind of like y'all are able to help outside of the normal spectrum.
that's right.
Just kind of like, when we donate for different clinical studies and things the hospitals are doing, they get to use that money how they want to on things that maybe they won't get a grant for.
Right. Exactly.
And so if y'all are kind of set up the same way, people that it's not within the system, and the particulars, but yet people still have something to reach out to get help.
Sure. We've built some staff housing in the last couple of years, and we found some foundations and some donors that said, we realize that if you're going to attract talent and if you're going to be able to retain your staff, they need to be able to live in really, decent quarters.
Sure.
And so folks are, just like you said, thinking a little bit outside the box. Obviously, we need every dollar for the operation we do every day, but I really do appreciate people seeing the uniqueness of our mission and our vision, because we're not and these programs are needed when you have to give out 100 backpacks or feed 200 or 300 kids in a summer program. Those programs are very much needed. Where we're different is that we are a very high touch model. That means we're with the kids 24/7.
Yeah.
We're with them when they're sick. We're with them when they have that failed boyfriend-girlfriend relationship.
Yes.
We're with them when we're this can get a little risky, but when we're doing the driving, getting ready for the driving test, every time one of our kids comes and says, "Mr. Vance, I got my permit," I go, "Oh Lord,"
When are you going to be on the road?
exactly. But we're with them through all those things. Going to a baseball game and seeing a kid pitch for the first time, hit their first home run, learn to ride their bike. If I tell people about Boys and Girls Country, and it doesn't even feel like a job for me, but we see miracles. We literally see miracles every day as we watch these kids grow up.
You found your passion.
Oh yeah.
But y'all are all over the country, aren't you? Boys and Girls.
Yeah, that's Boys and
It's
Girls Club. We're the children's home.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
this children's home is unique to
So
just Houston.
It's not part of
A
that.
national, right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So it's unique. It's the 501c just for that.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
It's actually
All right.
Waller, which you've been out there to deliver stuff with.
Oh yes.
The grounds are beautiful. Your staff is wonderful, by the way.
Very well. We have some great, passionate people.
Yes.
You do.
Yes. Very much so. Wow. Okay. So, what are some things that y'all are in need of or coming up that we can reach out and
How can
help
we
with?
promote to
Yeah.
help you? This
Sure.
is why you're here.
Yeah. Like I said, we did a news interview just yesterday, and I'm very quick to say, because we're privately funded, Donations, financial contributions always help the operation of the day-to-day. All you have to do is look at how expensive the grocery store is.
Oh, I can't even imagine what your bill is.
We feed kids every day, 3 meals a day,
Oh.
plus snacks. I mean, so the costs continue to rise. But I shared this yesterday in an interview, and that is, we are really in need of house parents who feel like they have a calling to do this work. Okay? And what has happened is, because the workforce has changed, people have other options. You know, there was a time where the waiting list for people to become house parents was, you know, people wanted to do this work. This mission is still significant, it's still important, and so this is a great opportunity. If a family says, hey, you know, we're kind of either in between jobs right now, we're kind of exploring what the next option is for us. But you know, we have a schedule where they work 14 days off, and then they're off 7 days. You know, and so when I shared that yesterday, I'm like, you get to be off 7 days? Yeah, I mean, that's you work 2 weeks on, 1 week off. We do provide training. Probably the biggest requirement is that you have a heart and passion for working with children. So hiring good staff to take care of kids with some traumatic backgrounds and kids that come from hard places, it's a wonderful opportunity. You know, and we're not a closed facility. You've been out there.
Right.
We don't. It's not a kiddie prison with fence and barbed wire. No, it's a wide.
It's like going to a resort when you pull up.
It feels that way.
It does.
Oh, and it's so well maintained and taken care of, and you know people care.
We have a couple. She was a teacher. He was a groundskeeper at Pfaff Field at A&M.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, you know, they really wanted, she was a math teacher, they were looking for something different. I met with them the other day. I want to check in with our house parents. Hey, how you doing? How was your week? And he says, we're just so blessed to be here. He said, I looked at Amanda, Matt and Amanda Rayburn. He said, I looked at Amanda and said, this is our job. This is what we get to do. We're employed to take care of kids. So for folks that work with us and volunteer and mentor and do the things we do, you get the return much more than what you're expecting.
Yeah. So people can just volunteer also to come out and help and do things for y'all and that kind of stuff too.
Volunteer groups are always welcome, whether it's something physical, where they're going to help with mulch or trimming the bushes, or something a little bit more fun where groups will come out and they'll want to do maybe a basketball or volleyball night with the kids. Also, probably one of the favorite is whenever a group is bringing food, that's one meal the house parents do not have to cook and prepare. When you have up to 8 kids in a cottage, they always...
Wow.
But it's one of those things no one really says, are they bringing food? But I know they're wondering, are they going to bring some? We've had groups come
that gives
out.
us a break, you know? Bring a hot dog truck and just come in and share some hot dogs with them and play some basketball or...
Food truck.
Oh, what a great idea. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I can see that so many different ways.
Sounds like we got something to work on, Priscilla.
Why do you know I was going there and my mind was already thinking about, we need to get a group together and go and do that. That would bring joy to all of us.
So anybody listening, please reach out to us, send us a direct message, give us a call.
Yeah.
We would love to collaborate with you to help put this on for this fine organization.
Is it better like during the week, afternoons, or...
Yeah, you know, we do a really good job of looking with the schedule every month. You know, obviously November and December are so busy.
Oh yeah.
But I often tell people, don't forget, we're also here in February. We're also here in April.
Yeah.
But it seems like everybody wants to do, and that's fine. I mean,
You'll take it.
Right, we'll take it. But we are trying to direct people more towards the February and April months where things may slow down a little bit.
Yeah, and when it's still cooler for you to be out and about and do something like that.
Yeah.
So
August events outdoors here in Houston is a
Not
different
fun.
different level.
yeah, it showed 103 on my truck yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's not fun.
That's why I wasn't in the suit at all the events I had to go to yesterday.
I was going to pick on you about that, but I decided not to.
I was in
But
the
Vince
field.
looks very nice in
Yes.
his jacket. Very nice. No, I was not because it is too hot. But so what are? I mean, okay, so you're in need of some house.
House parents.
House parents.
Direct care staff.
And then we could do an evening event. Are there the kids? What are the ages of the kids that are there?
Yeah, and that's another thing. We work with kids as young as elementary, young kids, 6, 7 years of age, through middle school, high school, and then we have a pretty thriving college and career program where we have 24 kids in that program as well. And that does make up
They stay with them.
So they stay on the property while they're going to school?
our college age kids or our students.
What,
Your college.
because I get your newsletters and I get to see the graduation pictures in there.
Oh, yeah.
So, maybe I said that wrong, but
No.
they're still kind of with
Right.
you guys.
Yeah, so I'll explain that. So,
Okay.
think that's I find myself having to kind of educate a little bit more.
Yeah.
Now, we do have kids that are at Lone Star. We have kids working on a trade, whether it's welding or cosmetology. And those are kids that are staying close by. There are others that are maybe at Texas State. We have a young lady who just graduated from Rice University. And even though they're living on campus over there, they still consider Boys and Girls Country their home because
The Christmas pictures.
they have nowhere else to go. So, when kids leave for the semester, they're going to go home or they're going to go with an uncle or an aunt. Our kids, they come back to Boys and Girls Country, and we're so blessed, so fortunate to be able to provide that resource for them. And so we have a young lady who's at Stephen F. Austin, and I had gotten just through conversation. They said, Evelyn's going to be here in a couple of weeks. And then I hear that, then 2 days later on a Saturday, because I live on campus, I raise my family and children right alongside the kids there at Boys and Girls Country.
I'm laughing, guys, because his son is sitting here in the background running the computer.
He's running
and doing
everything for us.
everything,
And he's a pro.
And he is. And I should. Okay, hey, let's switch for a minute.
Oh my.
But that you're on the property, you're seeing all the things. I think that's cool.
Yeah, what I was saying with Evelyn, I saw her and I said, I thought you were going to be here in a couple of weeks. And she said, Mr. Vince, I was, but Stephen F. Austin's not that far from us,
No.
car drive. She said, I felt like I just needed to be home this weekend. And to hear, a 20-year-old young lady say that she still needs our setup, our home, our environment, that tells me we're doing the right thing at Boys and Girls Country.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, so where do they stay? Because you're already full.
Yeah, we have
But you have like a.
we have cottages designated for them. Yeah, so of our 81 folks that we've served this year, 20 plus are part of that college and career program. So we have the facilities for them. Yeah.
What a
But
blessing.
we're building new cottages as well. That's why we need staff to be able to take care of the kids.
Yeah.
You guys have a huge recreation
Yes.
facility.
That's very important for the kids. Yeah.
We can ask Mr. Lucas, what do you do there? And it's called the Penny Lloyd Student Life Center.
So, first you have a huge gym where you can play basketball, you can play pickleball, you can play baseball, kickball, a lot of stuff. Then you have an upper area, 2 stories. You have this place where you can get tutored and help if you need help with schoolwork. We have a little library over there. You can check out books, return them. And then you have this little, how should I say, game room where you can just play some arcade games, play ping pong, play board games, and then you have a tiny theater. You can just watch movies. It's sort of music room, and the actual gym to run on the treadmill.
His workout facility.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have a gym set up there. Now he mentioned our little mini theater. Boy, did that come in handy during COVID, because
Oh, I
that's when they
bet.
started doing stream. You could stream a movie, and because no one was going to the movies, so we hooked up our streaming services and got to see some really cool. Did the popcorn and everything, and I think we probably could fit about 30 kids into our movie room. So that was pretty
Oh,
fun.
that's huge.
That's not little. That's
That's
Yeah,
big.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's not little.
Well, compared to
A movie
Yeah.
theater. Yes,
Right.
yes.
It works.
Well, I mean, most people think theater room with their house, and it's 5 to 6 people.
Yeah.
So
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it was an Eagle Scout project for a young man to come in and build the 2 or 3 decks we have, so that you can kind of
it's a true theater stadium. seating.
stadiums exactly.
That's great.
And
That's
thank God
cool.
for those Eagle Scouts that they've done a number of projects on our campus that just look stellar.
Is there some other projects you need people to come and do, a group to come and do that for?
Yeah, I'd have to get with our development team on what they're working on. We always have a list of little projects that are being done.
Yeah.
One thing they did is they did a really good job on our mailboxes, where they built a nice little brick formation, so that our mailboxes could be sturdy and survive the derecho winds and hurricane
Barrel.
Yeah,
How did you guys fare with that? Did you lose power or anything, or?
It was rough.
Very rough.
5 days. Now, here's what's
Oh, wow.
interesting about our Penny Lloyd Student Life Center. I say that because Penny just gave us a great donation to make that happen. It is a hurricane-enforced student life center with the gym and all the things that he spoke about. So even though we lost power for 5 days, that was our cooling station for our kids. They still could see movies. They could still
So you had
do
an own generator?
own generator.
Wow.
Yeah, our own generator was able to. That kicks in almost automatically, so you never miss a beat. And that student life center becomes very important very quickly when our power. And that's happened a few times here in recent years. So we've been able to manage quite, without a whole lot of adversity.
Oh, what a blessing.
Yeah.
What a blessing, and to have thought through and put all that together
Oh, yeah.
on that facility to make that happen. Wow.
I remember when we had Harvey, because we're licensed by the state to have a children's home. I remember thinking, usually they call within a couple of days to check on us, and they didn't call us. It was maybe a week later, and I asked them. I said, I was expecting a call from the state licensing a whole lot sooner. They're like, yeah, we put you guys bottom of the list because remember when you built that hurricane-enforced gym, it was state-of-the-art, and we knew Boys and Girls Country in Houston was going to be just fine. So I like the way,
Kudos.
that confidence that people have in how we take care of kids and how we put safety first at Boys and Girls Country.
Huge, huge. Wow.
If they want to reach out, do you guys have a website that we can
Yeah.
share?
Yes. boysandgirlscountry.org. Boys and Girls Country, not Boys and Girls Club. I think I've lost count of how many times maybe they have received one of our checks, or we received one of their checks.
Right.
So, but it is Boys and Girls Country of Houston, but the website is boysandgirlscountry.org.
With the annual fundraiser that we do for you guys, I do know that you guys have a needs list on there.
Yes.
So that's what we print off, and that's what we go by and promote for y'all every year across social media. So if you are wanting to contribute something, highly recommend go to boysandgirlscountry.org and look, and you can give them exactly what they need at this moment.
Right.
So,
All right, you had something to say.
I'm trying not to flex here, but I almost forgot. We also have a pool at the Penny Lloyd Center. A
Oh.
big slide. It's an outdoor, but it connects to.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
And a big slide coming down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing like that is having that pool and just So going through COVID, it was very tough for a lot of families, and we know that. But we were just so fortunate to have access to the facilities that we have here. And that has to do with the vision of our board, our donors, really recognizing that we need to provide very good facilities for the kids that we take care of.
What's your vision? What do y'all want to? How many do you want to house?
Yeah. How much time?
What
do you
is
have?
what is the dream? The projection?
Yeah, so the dream is that we realize that we're not scalable and that, you don't, it becomes a little institutionalized once you get over 100 kids.
Mhm.
We've learned that.
Okay.
But what we're doing is that we're now using our staff, our clinicians, and we're starting to use them in the community now. So one of our models is we use TBRI, which is Trust-Based Relational Intervention. We
Okay.
hire a PhD provider to help us implement that intervention. We have 7 practitioners, which is a very good number for our size organization. And so we've gone and trained some of the local schools, or some of the school districts here in the Houston area. And last year we trained several hundred teachers, counselors, and educators in the Houston area. And we're going to continue to do that because we realize that not every kid can come to Boys and Girls Country, but if we can help a teacher, a counselor, administrator help stabilize some things in their classroom, we feel like we've helped that entire classroom. So
It's kind of like an outreach program where you're reaching out to people that you know that can help mitigate or get in front of the problem
Yep.
before you guys have to come in.
exactly.
Very proactive. Thank you.
It's a new approach. Because we've realized not every kid, like I said earlier, not every kid can come into our program, but we can find a way to help more children by supporting the school district in any way that we can.
So you're still multiplying your cause and what you guys
Exactly.
do.
Exactly. Yeah, because I was asked the other day, is your program growing? And I was about to say, well, we're building, 10 cottages, right?
Mhm.
Then I paused and I said, yes, but this is how it's growing. So we envision that next summer, because these trauma-informed camps that we're doing, TBRA camps is what we call them, they're intensives. And so we're going to start offering that to the community where a single mom, single dad can come with 1 or 2 of their kids and learn how we do our model at Boys and Girls Country. And so we can help stabilize that family. They won't need a placement service, okay? And so the ultimate goal is to make sure every kid has a safe home. And we want to first start with their home. And then if that doesn't work, then we're the next best option. We really believe that.
And I've seen how that helped in schools, VGC. I've seen the growth of some of the kids.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So you get to experience it day to day.
Yeah.
So he's my son. So
I bet he's one of the best counselors there.
I do Jedi.
Yes.
I do Jedi mind tricks on him sometimes. So.
He can handle it.
Oh yeah.
He ain't scared of anything. That was our first conversation. Yes.
I remember, my 2 boys. Of course, they've grown up there, but they are a resource. Our family. It's our family's mission. Not just my
yeah.
mission, but and so I thank you, Lucas. Thank you for being
Thanks.
being here with us today.
Oh.
Priscilla, come back in real quick.
Oh my gosh! No, Lucas is amazing. Wow.
It's just fast, 30 minutes.
Yes, it was. We told you it would be fast. Yes.
Really fast.
Oh my goodness. Okay, a couple of things I want to make sure that we talk about before we let everybody go is our election, the HAR election. Richard is running for the HAR board for small firms, and it is a great thing for, y'all, everybody to just, if you are a HAR member, you're a realtor or affiliate, go in and vote. It
They
ends on...
post email, and you can vote through Monday, 5 p.m.
Right.
Please vote. Your voice matters.
It does, and even affiliate members of HAR, please vote.
Please.
So that's one thing going on right now. The other is school supplies.
Annual backpack school supply drive, which we've received
Yeah.
tons and tons of
Yeah,
boxes.
yeah,
So
it's
thank you.
stacking up, so we love it, and continue that, and so we can get those supplies out to the kids, guys.
And you'll be seeing us doing the same thing for this young man and their fine organization between
Yes.
November and December. But you know what? Saying what you said, it'll be on our annual calendar this year,
Yeah.
but we may have to flip flop and help you in your off season.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
That-
but
I think
now,
there's-
now we know. We didn't know.
Well, I think there's a couple of things rolling around.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
brainstorm.
we'll brainstorm on that. But it is just amazing. I am so grateful that you took the time to
Yes,
come.
thank you.
Thank you.
And that
Thank
we
you.
got to learn more about what it all
Yeah.
is, because you don't know,
Yeah.
you know, and so this was so important for our community, and to know these things, and man, then you're going out and teaching it
Oh, yeah.
and helping before the fact.
Oh, yes.
So one more time before we wrap up, if they want to donate or reach out to Boys and Girls Country, what is the best way for them to connect with you all, Bill?
Yeah, I think you could use our website, because that's where you can contact our volunteer coordinator. We have a general email you have on there, and we'll get back to
Sign
you.
up for the newsletter so
Sign
that
up
you
for the
know
newsletter.
what's going on and the activities and things that y'all are in need for.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, perfect. Thank you very much for supporting us, guys. And if you would, send us some direct messages. We'd love to help you, have you guys help support this organization and the other stuff we got coming up.
Yeah.
We'll see you all next week.
Bye,
Thanks.
guys.
I don't know if I was